Good morning, people. Watchwoman 65, Lisa Boyce here. I wanted to read this article. Oh, watch Cat. If you can barely see her because she's black and it's dark. So, but she's right here. There she is. That's Delilah. But anyway, I wanted to get on early this morning because I wanted to get this out. This article came to me off of Zero Hedge. But I wanted to read this to you because this is how the coronavirus is going to push society into a cashless society. I wanted to read this verse out of Revelation 6:9. No, out of Revelation 6:6. It says, "And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts saying, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou that don't hurt the oil and the wine." I wanted to get this out to you. When I was reading this, I said, this makes perfect sense. It says that the World Health Organization is urging people to go cashless because dirty banknotes can spread the virus. It says that it looks like the Chinese are starting something. Excuse me. It says, following reports that Beijing had quarantined, excuse me, dirty cash. The World Health Organization warned on Monday that the virus could survive on banknotes, potentially spreading the coronavirus within communities and across the world to reduce the risk of being infected by money. The NGO advised citizens in countries smuggling the outbreaks to favor digital payment, when possible. This is what the Daily Telegraph reported. It says that the World Health Organization is telling the public to avoid cash. It's hardly a surprise. Research has found that the coronavirus have been found to live on surfaces as long as 9 days. Okay, we found that out the other day. During the statement, the World Health Organization spokesman referenced a Bank of England study claiming that banknotes can carry bacteria and viruses and urged people to wash their hands. Other studies have shown that 90% of the U.S. $1 bills have bacteria present, and one Swiss study found that viruses can survive on the faces of Swiss francs for days. The World Health Organization's warning follow the People's Bank of China last month, and they started disinfecting currency deposited at Chinese banks using an ultraviolet light before quarantining the bills for a week before releasing them back into circulation. Now, Brits and their fellow Europeans should be increasingly careful as the virus spreads across Europe, the World Health Organization warned via the Telegraph. It says, "We know that money changes hands frequently and can pick up all sorts of bacteria and viruses," the spokesman told the Telegraph. "We would advise people to wash their hands before handling banknotes and avoid touching their face. When possible, it would be also advisable to use contactless payments to reduce the risk of transmission." Of course, that one of the world's major NGOs is seizing the opportunity to proclaim the virtues of paperless money is hardly a surprise. The globalist push toward a cashless society has been underway for years, having had its biggest successes in Scandinavia, Sweden has gone virtually cashless, and in such a short time, they've already confronted the many drawbacks of relying exclusively on digital money. As we noted previously, here is what happens next. This is what got my attention. The virus spreads throughout the US and Europe, and governments respond the same way China's government has: martial law and full-blown concentration camp cultures. This would lead to civil war in the US because we are armed and many people will shoot anyone trying to put us in quarantine camps. Europe is mostly screwed. The establishment then suggests that paper money be removed from the system because it is a virtual spreader. China is already pushing this solution now. Magically, we find ourselves in a cashless society in a matter of a year and a half, which is what the globalists have been demanding for years. Everything goes digital, and thus even local economies become completely centralized as private trade dies. A virtual outbreak is a significant danger to us all, but an even greater threat is the supposed cure. Trading our economic and social freedom in the name of stopping the coronavirus, no matter how deadly the bug, it's just not worth it. I wanted you to hear this. I will leave the link to this article in the description box. This is an outstanding way to go cashless. Because don't forget, when the Antichrist comes on the scene, sorry about that, when the Antichrist comes on the scene, your paper money won't mean jack. Because it will be a cashless society. You will not be able to buy and sell without the mark of the beast. And what better way than the panic and the pandemic of this virus right now? I wanted to put that out there. Go ahead and comment on this. I'll be back later. Thank you.